your what? I thought I have shared the screen and okay, so no issue. So up to unit 1 and unit 2 we have done with unit 1 and unit 2. I hope all should practice. Okay, without practicing it will be very much difficult for you to get to know all these things. Okay, am I correct? Right? Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, without practicing, nobody can help you. So we are going to now we are going for this unit 3 lesson 1. Okay, so in unit 3 lesson 1, and we'll be having in using condition in purchasing. So what are the conditions we are going to use in for while purchasing? All this we'll see in details. So mostly the conditions is been divided into time dependent and time independent conditions. Okay, so we'll see here in this chapter what are the time dependent and what are the time independent conditions. Okay, so where you use the time dependent and where you use time independent condition, all this we will see in details. So if we see the business example wise, if you see the any business example wise, the prices negotiated with your vendors often consist of several components. Okay, so whatever you can negotiate with the vendor, that will consist of several components such as material price, discount, surcharges and freight cost. Okay, so these things you need to know what are the things mostly, or what type of cost or what type of prices yes, you are dealing with this vendor, that you need to know. Material, mostly you are dealing with the material price, either we are going for discount or surcharges or freight cost. As a member of the project team, you would like to determine whether the SAP systems can process various conditions. For this reason, you require the following knowledge and an understanding of the document and master data in which conditions are used. Okay, so you need to understand and the documents and master data where the conditions are used. Okay, where these conditions are used and whether these conditions are time dependent or time independent conditions. Okay, so before we understand, then we need to know what is time dependent and time independent conditions. Okay, so so condition, mostly this condition whatever you are having, either the conditions will be gross price or discount from net and freight percentage and customs or customs absolute percentage, whatever you are. Suppose you are dealing with the vendor and you will ask that I want the discount or freight percentage is from the gross price, and there will be also net price. So two different price will be there. One will be your gross price, another one will be your net price. Okay, so there is a difference, and actually net price is something what after adding some extra taxes or what, then only your gross price will be there. Okay, so you remember our net price, like for example, I will tell you, so whatever our salary we are withdrawn, and I mean total, it is called, most of you have heard about that how much CTC is there for your package. CTC is company total gross price, whatever it is, that is called CTC. So per month, how much you are earning, that will be your gross price. And what the company will do, most of the company will deduct some money from your gross price on behalf of different things like tax, your NPS, and your some society things, or whatever it is, many aspects. They will deduct some few some thousands. Okay, so your gross price will be the total income that you have done. So above that, and after deducting your taxes and all those extra things, then they will give you the net price that will be in hand given to you. Okay, so that is the net price. So net price means, suppose suppose your gross price is 20,000, okay, and your company has deducted that some tax and some NPS and some other whatever things, company policy things are there, okay. After that, you are getting in your hand, you are getting around 16,000. So 4,000 you are deducted, which may be given to you once you will resign, or once you have uh, comes out of that company, okay. Then that money will be given to you, some money, some part of that money, okay. So so that 16,000 is your net price. That is what you need to understand. So in the conditions tab also, all these price information on what are the condition, how much amount of discount you are appearing, or sorry, you are demanding, and how much freight percentage you are demanding, in all these things will be there. So mostly these conditions can be used in 4 different documents that are in regular used in the in an organization. So the conditions are available in the quotation also, conditions are available in the purchase order also, conditions are available in the info record also, conditions are available in the outline agreement also, okay. So out of all these things, which one is your or time dependent and which one is your time independent, that we will see. But here, or see, you can see, sir, why quotation is having some conditions, because when the vendor will give you the quotation, obviously vendor will have some condition on, because the vendor will say that if the material will be priced not less than and 1 lakh, then only we will supply the material, or the price should not be less than 1 lakh, then only we will supply that material. Or we can supply the or we will supply the equipment not less than, or not more than 3 months, okay. Or you can call that the whatever the vendor will say that at this particular instrument will be supplied within 3 months, that is the condition. If he will violate that condition, and then he will not be part of your or purchasing in, I mean, he will not part of your purchase, he will not be part of your organization to supply that material, okay. So like that conditions will be there in the quotation. Purchase order also, in purchase order you can supply, you can give the quotation like this much of not more than, we don't want not more than 10%, and tax should be there, okay. So we are up to the more than tax 10% there, or some like discount should be there, like that only you can give the purchase order conditions. Info record and outline agreement also you can give certain conditions, and that is what we will see. So here it is what it is written. You can see conditions are agreement with vendors regarding prices, surcharges and discounts. Condition determine net and effective prices in a purchasing document. Conditions are maintained while entering quotation, info record, outline agreement. This outline agreement again will be contract and scheduling agreement. So all these are in details we will see, contracts and scheduling agreement and purchase order. So in these conditions, in this in this paper, in this work, are all we are using that condition tab, okay. So general conditions are stored at a different level, for example at vendor level, which are used by the system for price determination, okay. Mostly the following type of conditions are used in purchasing, like conditions in contract applied to all contract release order created with reference to the contract, okay. Conditions in purchasing info record are applied to all purchase order items that contain the material and vendor in the purchasing info record. With general conditions, you can also display price agreement and do not only apply to individual quotation, outline agreement, purchase order or info record. For example, if a vendor has a price reduction on all purchase order as a 2-month special offer, you can enter general condition, purchasing master data condition. So we will see the one by one, and how these conditions will be applied. So now you need to see this time dependency conditions. Okay, you need to understand this figure where time dependent and why it is time dependent and why it is time independent. So see, mostly all those materials that we have seen is divided into two things. It is time dependent, and whatever material will be placed, whatever documents will be placed in this site, it is time dependent, and whatever document will be placed in this site, that is time independent. Okay, so what exactly it is written? Then suppose price B will be varying from this to this. This is the month. January 1st as to 7th January. Okay, and this price C is varying from 7th January to you can call it as 31st. Suppose for example like that, you can get it. December. Okay, so here gross price from one piece 100. Okay, from 100 pieces it is 95, and from 500 pieces it is 90 rupees. What is gross price? This is the scales that we are using. Okay, so mostly contracts, info records, general conditions, and whatever vendor material type are cost are come under time dependent, because you have fixed the time limit. Okay, because you have fixed the time limit within this period, whatever price will be there, that is fixed. If you are going beyond this time limit, then your price will be something different, that is price C will come. So that is what time dependent. Okay, all your contracts, obviously the contract will be for either for 1 year or 2 year or 3 year or 6 months or some 4 months, like that only contract will be given. Okay, so any you have seen any road contract will be given for or few years, like 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, like the 5 year, like that only contract will be given to the contractor. So that is time dependent. Info record also, whatever particular info record you will have that is also time dependent. But here you can see the scheduling agreement and quotations are at some time dependent and at some time independent. Okay, so do not get confused. Mostly the you should select like the answer scheduling agreement and quotation at some time dependent, and you may put the time dependent condition, you may not put time dependent condition. Okay, in quotation in scheduling agreement also. But purchase order is time independent. Why purchase order is time independent? Can you say me? Anyone? Can you give an example why a purchase order is time independent? Yes? Anyone? Am I clear, right? My questions is clear? Are you all there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, can anyone say that or give your opinion? Okay, there is no such rules that you don't know, that means you will not speak. Okay, I want you all to speak, whether you know or don't know, you should speak or interact whatever or idea you have. So what do you mean by why a purchase order is time independent? Can you give your opinions? Anyone?
Sir, hello.
Yes.
Sir, I think time to time the product prices vary according to season. Uh, Product price will be vary. So purchase order is independent.
Who is that?
So Saswat.
Oh, Sarthak or Saswat.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, actually what happened? Purchase order will be issued by whom?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? Purchase order will be issued by whom? Are you all there? Sudipta, Neha? Yes? Radhakant?
Yes, sir. So it's issued by company, sir.
Purchase order will be issued by company to whom?
Com
To whom purchase order will be issued?
to the vendor.
Very good. To the vendor. Okay. Do not make guess. It should be perfect. Okay. So you are going great. So purchase order will be issued by the company or organization and issued to the vendor, or it will be given to a particular vendor. Right. So
Yes.
on in purchase order there must be some condition. Okay, so what is the condition? Will give in. I'll show you that condition. Okay, you will see. If you see in the actually, if you can see in the live, then only you can able to understand. I hope all of you are there. Okay, if we are there, then we'll see how this purchase order will be and where this conditions tab will be there. Okay, I think I have not logged in, right? Just let me log in. So once you will see that why I am talking this purchase order is time independent, then you will able to know, because only this much you know, that purchase order will be issued by this company or organization, and it will be issued to the vendor, to a specific vendor. Okay, to issued to a specific vendor. What happened when you issue to a vendor, or that is what we'll see. This is Me 21 and right 21N. Okay, so we'll see one purchase order, then I will show you how this purchase order will be. It looks like my purchase order. Okay, in my purchase order you can see the condition tab. You can see, are you able to see my server, live server, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
see,
sir.
Yes, sir.
in the item details you have one condition tab. Okay, so in the condition tab you have see the gross price, you have the cash discount. Okay, you can also add some other condition also, like see I will show you how much conditions you are there. Okay, so material rebate, confirmed price, value variance, freight percentage, freight value, actual, or you can see gross price. Okay, you can use which what are the conditions you are going to use. So you can also, you can discount, group discount, vendor discount. Okay, so minimum quantity or quality, whatever, or you want to have the discount, transportation or custom percentage, transportation surcharge. Okay, so these are the type of discount you can apply for, or when you are issuing a purchase order. So as you all know that we are issuing a purchase order, or we are issuing a purchase order to a particular vendor. Okay, so which one is the vendor here? Who is the vendor here? Radhakant, who is the vendor here in this purchase order?
Sir, vendor.
Who is the vendor here? Basant, who is the vendor here? Basant, are you there?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Who is the vendor here in this purchase order?
Sir, which one?
Who is the vendor here? I mean, for this purchase order, who is the vendor?
Hamburg.
Vendor. Who is the vendor? That is what I think.
120
we have,
Gossendal Baden, USA.
USA. That is what 1020. You have
Yes,
not.
sir.
You are taking time means you have not created the purchase order. Once you have created that purchase order, you should have say it within seconds. So okay. So this material, which material? M10 material, will be given by your company to this vendor 1020. Okay, and you have given a delivery date, and within this delivery date, it should be this purchase order should be delivered to me. Okay, and we are ordering that we are ordering this material for this plant and with this storage location. Okay, and these are the conditions we have applied to the vendor, that these conditions should be satisfied. Okay, but here you have not given any time bound. Okay, have you given any time bound or any that is time dependent? So have you given any time dependent condition? There is no time dependent conditions here. Either gross price is time dependent condition or cash discount is time dependent condition. These are not the time dependent condition. This is time independent. Okay, gross price you have included with the net include price. We are charging this much of tax. Okay, cash discount we should give some 3% cash discount, like that only we are charging. Okay, so this is the conditions we can apply in the purchase order, and that is time independent. Okay, there is no such time dependent and condition for the purchase order. So purchase order will be always the document that is for time independent. Okay, so scheduling agreement and quotation may sometimes be time independent. That is what you need to understand, because at some time they will ask these things, so you need to understand this aspect. Okay, so it is written here, whatever or I have discussed, all these things are written in theoretical form, you can read it. Okay, now this is the one important thing it will always ask. You need to understand this table calculation schema, what exactly it is what. So I have told you, I have explained you about the gross price and net price, right? So here the condition type and calculation schema you can see here. This is the first column is your step, and the second column is your counter, and this is the condition type. That is what I have shown you in the purchase order. You will have different condition type: gross price, absolute discount, surcharge, as freight percentage, cash discount. All these things I have shown you in the condition type of purchase order, right? How you can get this condition type. So related to that condition type, the description part is there. So here what happened? Suppose your gross price is 400, or you can call it as let us see gross price is 10,000. Okay, then and you got at the absolute discount from where? So you are not, it is not written anywhere else. So absolute discounts will be with respect to the gross price. If it is not written anywhere else here, so absolute discount will be always with respect to the gross price if it is above this. Are you getting or not? Yes. See,
Yes, sir.
am I clear, right? So in the questions,
Yes, sir.
it will be like that. At suppose your gross price is 4,000 or 10,000. Suppose your gross price is 10,000. Okay, and from the gross price you will have a absolute discount of 2%, or let us say 5%. So how much it will be here? Your gross price will be 10,000. Let me see, or else you will confuse these things, because this is one things to must know these things. Okay. Second. My whiteboard is visible. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir, not visible.
It will come. It will come. Don't worry. So generally what happened, and just a minute. Yeah. Okay. So generally what happened, and you will have that gross price. The gross price. The gross price will be, you suppose consider the gross price will be how much? 10,000. Yeah. And absolute discounts will be, suppose given a 5%, 5% to the 5% to the gross price. How much it will be? 5% to the gross price. How much it will be?
500.
5,000.
Yes.
5,000. Sir, question once again, sir.
Gross price is 10,000. Absolute discount 5% of gross price. 5% of gross price means what? 10,000.
500.
500. 10,000 of 5% is 500, and some surcharge is percentage will be given. Some surcharge percentage will be given. Suppose the surcharge percentage is given of gross. It will be written like that. Okay. So surcharge percentage of gross. Of gross means what? You need to consider this data. Okay. So 10, how much it will be given? Let us see. Surcharge is 10%. Okay. Let us see. This surcharge will be 10%. So 10% of 10,000 is how much? 10% of 10,000.
1,000.
1,000.
Okay, then above that, below that, it will be written like your net at net value including discount. How much it is? Net value means what? Obviously, from the gross price you need to deduct absolute discount. From the gross price you need to deduct the surcharge, right? Yes or no? Am I clear? Am I audible to all of you, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you are not getting, then you tell me, then and again or else it will be problem.
Sir, whiteboard is not visible.
My whiteboard is visible to all of you, or it is not visible?
Not visible, sir.
Yes,
Not visible, sir.
my whiteboard is not visible.
Sir, the whiteboard is visible, but so what you are writing is not visible.
Okay. So you should say these things, na?
Sir,
No, sir,
I have thought
I am
about the
unable
next.
to see whiteboard.
You are unable to see the whiteboard. Actually, this is the problem of internet. It is clearly shown here, but anyone able to see? Let me reconnect it once again. Again, I need to share it. Let me see if it is if I could share.
Sir, it is showing for now only members of this organization can participate. Soon you will be able to.
Or maybe there may be some issue with you. Anyhow, actually, these things only. Okay, then if it is not possible with whiteboard, or if it is not possible with anything else, then how can I write it and make you understand? Let me share it once again. If it is shown in your screen, just let me know.
Sir, दिखाओ तो.
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
हाँ sir, मतलब starting to दिखाओ तो clear सब कुछ.
Okay.
Sir, not
So
visible.
maybe,
Sir. Sir, to me not visible.
okay, I will explain. I will explain you in the PDF. But for those it is visible. You can see here. Or from the gross price, you need to deduct the absolute discount and also any surcharge. Okay. So how much it will be? Those who are able to see, can you say? You need to discount. You need to deduct this. You need to deduct this.
Sir, 8,500, 8,500.
Okay, you need to deduct that.
8,500.
8,500, right? You need to deduct that. Then again, and if there will be some freight percentage. Freight means what? Any transportation or cost will be there. Then that freight percentage will be added. Don't do minus with that net value. Okay, freight percentage will be added, and suppose freight percentage will be you have 5% freight percentage will be there. Okay, 5% freight percent, sorry, freight charges. So freight charges will be with respect to the net value. Okay, if it is like that, then consider freight charges will be with respect to net value. So 5% to net value is how much? 5% to net value is how much? 8,500 of 5%. Yes, 85 into 0.5. How much you will get?
Sir, 425.
425.
400.
4 to 5.
4 to 5. So around 425 rupees is they will charge you for transportation cost or some other charges, okay, whatever it is. So what we need to do, and still again any cash discount will be there, any cash discount will be there. So suppose consider and again and cash discount will be with respect to the net value, okay. So cash discount suppose 10% cash discount he is charging 10%, okay, 10% cash discount he is charging. So 10% of 8500 is around 850, right? So this will be again minus. So how much it will be? 8,500 that minus 850 and then you need to plus 425. How much it will? Around on 8,075. So hope you got it. Am I clear?
Sir,
Yes.
cash discount.
So what we will got?
Sir,
This
cash
is what?
discount.
This is
One
what?
second, sir.
Effective price. This is what effective price. You will got the effective price. So see, I'll show you these things in the PDF. Then you can understand what why I was talking about these things. Okay. Now I think you will better understand in these things because I have already shown you. See, now you can see my PDF. Yes.
Yes, sir.
All of you. Yeah. So is here what happens? See, the calculation schema will be like that. Your company has some net value, whatever it is, 10,000 that I have taken, and the absolute discount will be, if it is not given anything here, it will be automatically with respect to the gross price. So you can write here with respect to the absolute discount from the gross. There will be some discount percentage will be given, okay, and it will be, you can write it here, the absolute discount. And surcharge percentage of gross from 1 means what? From step 1, you can see from step 1. So from step 1 means you should consider from the it should be from surcharge percentage of gross with respect to gross price. Then how to calculate this net value? Net value is gross price minus absolute discount minus surcharge percentage, how much it will be. So we will get the net value. Am I clear up to this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Still ask me. You can if you have any doubt up to this, you can ask me. No issue. You have some gross price 10,000 and you have some absolute discount from the gross price, then and you need to get the gross price with respect to the absolute with respect to the gross price, and surcharge percentage will also be with respect to gross price, okay. So it will be there and you can deduct absolute discount and surcharge, okay, and you will get the net value. Now here you can see where they have charges, the freight percentage freight charges from this net value, not from the gross value. People will always get confused. Okay, sir, the freight charges will be with respect to net value or gross price. Here it is clearly written from 20, from step number 20 means from step number 20. Okay, are you getting or not? From step number 20 it is written here, the from step number 20. Okay, so freight percentage will be with respect to the net price. How much net price we have got it here by deducting the surcharge and absolute discount from gross price. So obviously your freight percentage, whatever percentage will be given, like 5%, 2%, 3%. Okay, so all this will be added with respect to the net value. And cash discount, again cash discount will be with respect to the step number 20, that is net value. So whatever cash discount percentage will be there, that is with respect to the net value you need to calculate and you need to deduct it, and then you will get the effective price. Okay, there may be some questions will be asked like this only. So I hope I hope I am clear with all of you, right? Or still anyone is having any doubts? Yes? Yes, tell me whether you are getting the things, yes or no. Or still we are
Yes, sir.
confusing, then I will explain you once more. There will no issue. Yes? I hope I am clear. Tell me yes or no. I mean, how do I know whether you have got it or not? Are you all there, right?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
one question.
Ah.
Sir, after the step 20 means net value including discount. After that, after getting the cash discount, upon that net amount, we use a freight percentage or what? Means freight percentage is used for net value, no?
Yeah, freight percentage will be applied to the net value, not because it is written here from step number 20. From step number 20 means it is step number 20, net value is there. So freight percentage will be applied to the net value. Not, people will always misinterpret this thing. Freight percentage will be applied to gross price. No, here it is clearly written freight percentage will be with respect to the step number 20, that is net value. Cash discount will also
Sir,
be
after that,
not, yes.
so after that we do the cash discount, no?
After that you do the cash discount.
Yes, okay.
After that you do the cash discount. Cash discount also will be with respect to the net value. So you net value and freight percentage, add it both the things, and then you can discount minus cash discount. Then you will get the effective price. Hopefully I am clear. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What about others? Are you all getting yes or no? Just tell me, or else how do I know? Are you getting the things or not? Are you all there, or I need to call one by one? Yes? Hiroj, Neha, Saswat, Soumyakant?
Yes, sir.
Are you got this concept, or don't know? I mean, you are still having doubt. Yes?
Yes, sir. Getting.
Get right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you should all should respond, or else how do I know whether you are getting the things or not? Necessarily, I'll describe all these things, and if you are not getting me, then you should tell I am not getting. Okay, right? So hope you got these things, and then there is a how to use this condition in purchase order. That is what I have already shown you, right? That purchase order in the condition tab. I can still will see those in the demonstration how to use this purchase order. It is there. You can see that at demonstration how will you use that purchase order or condition tab in the purchase order. You will see in the demonstration. No issue. But that mathematical things you need to understand, because that will sometimes the questions will be asked based on that. So you need to understand that things. I think most of you are keeping silent, so it will not going to help you as well as it will not helping me also. Whether what you are getting or not. Okay, also to respond. If you will not respond, then I could not able to know what you are getting. Okay, so we'll see. Where is that Vasanta? Vasanta, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So you got that calculation schema.
Sir, yes, sir.
You're confusing. You're confused whether to say yes or no, but you'll say like to know whether you are getting the things or not.
Actually, I did not see that what you described.
Okay. Okay, so we'll see here or during how to or how to see in the condition. We'll
Yes, sir.
see how to apply condition in the purchase order. Go to the logistic, again you'll go to that purchase order, material management, and directly go to the purchase order. Make enter a name. Any other condition if you want to put, you can insert that condition. This is what already I have shown you, right, in the server. See, freight charges you want to apply. Again, any other condition you want to put, you will apply here. Rebates or what minimum quantity you want to add. So you can add all those quantity. You will get the effective price. Okay. So whatever condition you have applied, and then you can see those condition. Okay, in your purchase order, right? I hope this condition tab is clear. Yes. Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
I hope
Yes,
Yes,
you
sir.
are not in what? Are you all there? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
yes,
so
sir.
we'll now applying condition in purchasing. We have seen in the demonstration and in the live server also. Now we can see the handling request for quotation and quotation process. So this is also one of the important things that first we'll see in the books, and then we'll go to the learning on. Okay. So handling request for quotation, theoretically you need to understand first. Okay, what is these terms, request for quotation and quotation process. Okay, okay. So Neha, when we are using this request for quotation, what is the business example? Neha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What is the business example for request for quotation? when we are doing, see, I mean, theoretically you need to understand this concept, and only you are executing in the server is not going to help you. Conceptually you need to understand for what purpose we are doing the request for quotation, and who will issue the quotation, who will issue the request for quotation. That is how you can analyze. Request means what? You are requesting, right? You are requesting for a quotation. Who will request? What do you think? Who will request to whom for a quotation?
Company.
Obviously a company will request, or not a company, or a purchasing organization of a
Yes, sir.
in an organization. In
Yes,
any
sir.
organization there will be some purchasing organization. So obviously a purchasing organization of a particular client or plant specific or company specific, they are requesting for a quotation to the vendor, right? Or many vendors, they are requesting for quotation to many vendors. Okay, so what the vendor will do? What the vendor will do? You are requesting, for example, I will tell, you are requesting to do something for somebody else, then they may reject or they may give you some quotation, right? Right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So obviously you are requesting a quotation to a vendor. So the vendor will, what the vendor will do? Obviously the vendor is there for marketing, right? Or for business purpose, they are already there. So somebody is requesting something means they are eagerly waiting when somebody will give a RFQ or request for quotation. This request for quotation in total I will call that at RFQ. Okay, like this it is RFQ. So the vendors are always is ready, be that who else, oh God, somebody will give me request for quotation and I will put a quotation on behalf of that RFQ, so that my quotation will be get selected and I will be get that contract. Okay, so based on the RFQ, the vendors, different vendors are there and they will put their quotation. So what my organizations will do, my organization will ask request for quotation to different vendors. So all the vendors will apply the quotation to my organization, and then I will select among that various quotations, and I will choose a single quotation. So how to do the request for quotation, and once the quotation will come, then how to select among all the quotation, all the things we will discuss here in this chapter or in this lesson. So I hope the business example is clear. Yes. Are you all there, right? So today I think you all are unminded.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yeah, clear, right? So hope you all are getting all these things
Yes.
what I am explaining. Rather I should ask you all to switch on your video, and you should know that whether you are in proper learning condition, or you are just attending all these courses by sleeping in your home. Are you ready, right, with your proper laptop or desktop? Okay, so anyhow, you should see all these things. So procurement process using request for quotation. This is what we have already seen: purchase order, goods received, and invoice received. Okay, so this purchase order can be prepared with a reference to different purchase order. Also, we can see the goods received with valuation. How we can record the valuation thing. But before purchase order, see the request for quotation. Where to request for quotation? Before placing the purchase order, we are issuing the request for quotation. So what is the transaction code for request for quotation? It is ME41 or ME47. You will see purchasing document RFQ will for or ME41, and quotations on the request for quotation is ME41, and for quotation ME47. Okay, so we'll see the condition and price comparison, and all these details we'll see here. Okay, so it is written that the first step of a procurement process consists of two activities, beginning with sending an RFQ to multiple vendor, followed by comparison of ingoing quotation in the system based on condition of the individual vendor. So you can create a purchase order with reference to one of the quotation. Okay, you can create the purchase order with respect to the quotation. That is what see in this figure also you need to understand that in this part request for quotation without any reference also you can prepare the request for quotation, or preparing request for quotation you may take the help of master data, or you may take the help of previous purchase requisition. Again, we have not yet seen the purchase requisitions. If you have already a purchase requisitions, you can take the help of purchase requisitions to prepare the RFQ also. That is what there's multiple choice questions will be there, or how this whether request for quotations will be or can be prepared without taking the master data. Yes, without any reference also we can prepare the RFQ, or we might take the help of master data also, or we may take the purchase requisitions also. Okay, so after preparing that request for quotations, this will be sent to the different vendor, that is vendor A, vendor B and vendor C. Okay, so what the vendor will do, the vendor A will send quotation, the vendor B will send quotation, vendor C will send quotation. Okay, then you got the quotations from all these vendor. So all after selecting all those vendor, or once you have selected at out of all those quotation you have selected one quotation. Okay, so based on that quotation, and you got your vendor, and you will prepare the purchase order according to that quotation or to that particular vendor purchase order. Okay, and rest of the quotations will be in the rejection mode. Okay, so I hope this figure is clear. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are the steps. The steps for request for quotation and quotation process are as follows. So this is what I have explained you. All these things are written in this form, so you can read it, or you can go through these things. Whatever I have tell, all these are in details in theoretical form. Okay, so collective number. This is also you need to understand what is this collective number, or all request for quotation or quotations of a RFQ activity, it will be given a collective number. Okay, identical collective number. See, this RFQ 1 request for quotation 1 to vendor. Obviously, you are sending in this RFQ. You are sending this request for quotation to different vendor. So obviously, whatever request for quotation to different vendor, you will give a collective number to each RFQ that you have sent. Okay, so identical collective number will be issued against each vendor. That is what with respect to that request for quotation. So material 1, material 2, material 3, you have given the request for quotation, and that will be identical collective number. Okay, so the collective number can have a maximum of 10 character and can be alphanumeric. Okay, so you should note down these things also. The collective number can have a maximum of 10 character and can be alphanumeric. You can link several RFQ that belong to a group group using a collective number that you enter in the header data of the request for quotation. When analyzing RFQ and quotation, you can use collective number as a selection criteria. Okay, so after you get all these quotations, then you can use the collective number for a selective criteria. Okay, this collective number can be used as for selecting selection criteria. One-time vendor, or here you need to see what is this one-time vendor. Yes, manual vendor size. Okay, vendor master record, or these things. Okay, that is not need to explain these things. Purchasing document, vendor address, all these are I have already explained actually. Function, process, request for quotation, and yes, as you'll see here, our initial screen, in initial screen, quotation deadline, purchasing organizations, then purchasing group, then then it will be sent to, then it will be sent or it will be prepared a collective number. Once after you have collected that, after you generate a collective number, then it will be sent to the item. We can come for the item overview. Here in the item overview, you need to put the material, quantity, due date. Okay, then either you can go to the item detail screen, or you need to put, or if you don't want to go to the item detail screen, you can go to the header, vendor address, vendor number, or vendor data, whether it is one-time vendor or your permanent vendor. Then you can create a request for quotation to several vendor and you can save it. This is what we will see how to generate or how to create a request for quotation. Okay, so let me see. So Sudipta, are you prepared with your RFQ?
No, sir. That I can't able to save the document.
Okay, so let us see in the learning hub, create for request for quotations, what else is there, and we will see what we can do. So you have added a new material to your product range, start an RFQ and quotation activity, because you do not yet know from which vendor you can produce the material at the best price. Okay, first you will create RFQ. Okay, first we will see how to create that request for quotation. So for request for quotation, we are using the transaction code ME41, right? So enter ME41 and there, and enter logic. Okay, sorry, enter what in the logistic you will also go to this ME41. Okay, and you can directly write the ME41 and enter also. You can enter the request for quotation. So in the following steps, you will enter the recommended data on the initial screen. Okay, so we'll see what are the recommended data. So a request for quotation type, we will see that part in the server, what it will be there, and language is also language key. Request for quotation date, when we have placed the request for quotation, and quotation deadline will also be there. So RFQ is a time dependent or time independent condition. Just now I have discussed. Can anyone
Time
say?
dependent.
Dependent.
Very good. It will be a request for quotation is a time dependent, because here you will ask that, you will ask a vendor within these days you have to give your quotation. Okay, so that is what time bound, time dependent. We can give a time dependent and request for quotation. Okay, so quotation deadline, you need to put that quotation deadline, and after putting the quotation deadline, then you need to put the purchase requisition for which purchase organizations, sorry, for which purchase organizations you are doing the request for quotation, and purchasing group also you need to give. So hint, if you create a purchase order with reference to a quotation, you can freely select the plant, and in the purchase order item only if no plant is specified. And in the RFQ item, if a plant is specified in the RFQ item, you can order for this plant only. Okay, if you have already added a plant, then only you can add it. You should therefore specify a plant for an RFQ only if you want to procure the material for this plant. Okay, so delivery date, suppose you want to give the delivery date 22/04 to next step, we choose enter. Okay, enter. After entering all these things, then we will go to the collective number. You can put a collective number. Actually it will be 10 digit number, but here he has only written this GR01, and you can put the material, for which material you are doing the request for quotation. Okay, and for how much quantity you are doing the request for quotation, and click the header data. The header data, you need to go for the header, and you can see here the condition type will be vendor address. In the header we'll go for the vendor address. Obviously, for which vendor you are putting the, for which vendor you are preparing the request for quotation, that also you need to put, right? So vendor you need to put the vendor details and vendor name and details and all these things you need to put, and address also, vendor address also you need to put, right? All these particular vendor details you need to insert. Okay, then you click save. Then again, and for another vendor also you can send those RFQ to several vendors. Once you have put it, then you can send the same RFQ to different vendor. That is what here they have shown you how the same request for quotations will be sent to different vendors. See, I have already sent one vendor, and also I can go for the this vendor also. Okay, so it already it is there. So vendor master record these details, so it will automatically take and you can save it. Okay, now you have done all these things. Now you can do the exit. Okay, so your RFQ has been created. Okay, so that is what you have seen in this step. A request for quotation created under the number 6000000021. Now you can see that request for quotations will be started with 60. Hopefully you know that, right? It how what per purchase order will be started with, yes,
4 5, sir.
4 5, and goods received documents will be started with
50.
5 0.
Very good. And invoice verification
5 1.
very good. So you can see those things, and like that only request for quotation. See, many times you need to know these small things, okay, because these small things can also be asked in the examination. That is what you need to mindfully or carefully observe all these things. Okay, so like that only you have created a you have created a request for quotation, and also you have sent all those requests for quotation to all those vendors. Okay, so this is how we can create a request for quotation, and we can send it all this to the vendor. I think the difficult things will be there are here. Those who are facing problem, you may face here only. I mean, what is the RFQ type or RFQ language? I mean, language key and purchasing organization and what. Or else, what you are facing problem, Sudipta? At what stage you are facing the problem?
Sir, after I can't able to save that document, sir. At the step of giving the vendor name.
Oh, after giving vendor name, you are not able to save the document. Okay.
Yes, sir. It is
Maybe
always.
all your vendors are there in your vendor master record. Whatever vendor you have provided.
Sir, I have done the example of this learning hub, sir, but it is not showing that also.
No, all these vendors that you have provided, that is there in the vendor master record.
Sir, I have not checked, I think.
Okay, Radhakant, have you done this one? Just check it. Okay. Because all those details, see in these steps, whatever you have given, suppose you have provided this vendor, this is TK500B01. Okay, see what he will do. So after putting this vendor, then you just enter it. Okay, after entering, all this will be automatically the name of the vendor, or the address of the vendor and the company or country and time zone region from where here it will come. All this will be details will come automatically. Okay. So
Sir?
yes.
Sir, the details are automatically coming in my case, but I can't able to save it.
Okay, you can't able to save it. Okay, so can you share your screen so that we will able to know what is the problem you are facing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me stop
Just a
sharing.
second.
Okay. So all these initial screen informations we have provided correctly, right?
Yes, sir. I have tried the same example, and I've given. I have created a vendor master record also, sir. That one also I tried.
Okay, okay. So you have created your own vendor, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pramit, are you there? So are you sharing your screen?
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The screen is visible.
Yeah. Can you show us the path? What are the path you are following? That ME41, right?
Yes, sir.
ME41. Can you show us the path? You will go to the logistic material management. Under material management, you will have request for quotations.
Yes, sir.
Go to the logistic and material management. Under material management.
Materials management. Material. No. I forgot the path. Yes,
Yeah, what is the path?
purchasing. The RFQ. For quotation.
Purchasing. Under purchasing only you can see material under material management. Go to the purchasing, and under purchasing you can see the request for quotation.
Yes. Purchasing RFQ quotation. Then
Ah,
request for quotation and create.
Under purchasing, you can see the request for quotations will be there.
Sir, Sir?
Yes.
Sir, the screen is not visible at the request for quotation page.
Oh, it is not showing. Okay, let me check if it is still showing or not. Kali Prasad, are you there?
Sir, is it showing to you? I'm just confirming that
It is.
my initials.
Yes. Your screen is there.
Yes, sir.
So RFQ type. What is that RFQ type? AN.
Sir, AN.
AN is what? You can check all these details. If you can just click that
It's a request for GP vendor.
What AN stand for?
RFQ.
Okay. And
Sir, here all are RFQ given just except that AB.
okay, okay. You can put a deadline, quotation deadline.
Quotation deadline for give 05/03/21 and delivery date.
And you can put a but before that you need to put that organizational data, that purchasing organization and purchasing group.
Yes.
What is the purchasing organization?
Sir, 1000. Purchasing group is T00. Okay.
Just check it whether that purchasing group is working under that purchasing organization or not, or else it will not work.
Sir, how to check that?
Just click that search option.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyhow both are independent, so you can work with it. Okay, so you go to the just put the delivery date.
Yes, sir.
See here under 5 it is there, right? This T00 is there.
Yes, sir.
And the delivery date you can put a date. Like you have given quotation deadline 5/3/2021. We can give a deadline, default data and time, like for example, give.
I can give 10/3.
It should be the higher date or it should be the lower date.
Higher date, sir.
Okay. Delivery date.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now you are entering into the request for quotation. So you need to give a collective number. Collective number is common to all the vendor, right?
Yes, 01. Yes, sir.
A collective number will be given. Assign a collective number.
Yes, sir.
Radhakant, are you there, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you are doing it your live server. You are working with your live server, right?
No, sir, not working, sir, in my system.
It should work like how this Sudhita is working with the live server. You also do such hands-on. Okay. So you put the material. For which material you are asking for request for quotation?
Yes, sir. TM 500.
Give the material name and how much quantity. Yeah, how much quantity will.
Yes, sir. Then I will provide the
Suppose you
vendor.
have 100 pieces you have you are asking. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
any other things you need to put it here.
Vendor address.
Vendor address you need to give, right.
Sir, I will give the vendor name that I created.
Yeah, it will be better because it will take automatically the address details and the name and all these things. It will automatically take if you have created your own vendor, because it will be there, because, it will be there in your vendor master record, right?
Yes, sir.
Whatever vendor you have created, the same vendor name you put it. Let me see. Just click enter.
Yes, sir. This one is showing.
This is showing, right?
Sir, choose RFQ language.
Choose RFQ language. Yes, just language used by vendor differs from. So whatever vendor you have created, while creation of that vendor, you have used the same language or you have used a different language. That is what the problem will be.
Sir, I have given that this one
During
only. Yes.
see, during creation of that vendor, that is what we have given here. Or you have given the same language or you have given any different language? Language
Sir,
you
I
have
have given.
see here you have put it I mean here you have put the language is German language. Okay, and while
Yes, sir.
like whatever or your request for quotation whatever you have prepared now, whether you have given the same German language or what?
No, sir, I have given Ian.
That is the problem. So if there will be difference, then how this vendor will be able to know the details of that company? And he is, I mean, working with a very different language, and this vendor is working with a different language. So it will mismatch, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I
So,
got
so we can
now.
work
I
on
got
that. Okay.
the. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now you stop sharing. So
Yes, sir.
I think I hope you got your mistakes where you
Yes,
are.
sir.
Okay. 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 Okay, you stop sharing so that we will go to that
Yes, sir.
that's options. Okay. Okay, so this is how you can prepare your RFQ, right? And request for quotation. Then what will be the next thing? So let me see. So you know how to create a request for quotation now. I hope all are all are get a hands-on session and with this. So this is the exercise is there. So you can practice with this exercise because the solution is also there. Here the solution part is also there. You do practice with these things. Okay. Yeah, so now you can see here, suppose you have suppose you have asked three vendor. Okay, so suppose you have asked this or you have sent this request for quotation to vendor A, vendor B and vendor C. My PDF is visible in your screen, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so vendor A, suppose you have sent that whatever RFQ you have prepared, you have sent the request for quotation to vendor A and vendor B and vendor C. And what does this vendor will in reply back? They will give a quotation. Okay, so vendor A has given a quotation in which the gross price is mentioned as 400 per item. Okay, and the discount he is giving discount 40 rupees per item. Okay, and according to vendor B, whatever supplied the quotation, whatever quotation has been given, in he has also giving a gross price of 400 per item. Okay, and vendor C, according to the quotation given by vendor C, the gross price is 400 per item, and in addition to that same gross price, he has also given a surcharge of 10%, right? So now in your hand, and there are three vendor A, B, C, and also you have the different price given by this vendor. Okay, so now we will compare the price and the discount or whatever our vendor are providing. So we will see in this table. Can you see this comparison table? We are comparing. Now we will comparing in the quotation 1 given by the vendor A, quotation 2 given by the vendor B, and quotation C given by the vendor C. Okay, so as per the quotation given by the vendor A, he has given 400 gross price and discount of 40 rupees. So in total we can give the price will be for example, we will take the price 360 per item, right? You got this one, right? Yes. Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but according to the vendor B, what he is doing, he is giving a gross price of 400 per item, but he is not giving any discount or any surcharge or anything else like that. Okay, but so without any gross price, so obviously the price will be as usual 400 per item, right? Yes. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but in case of vendor C, in addition to the gross price, he has also given some surcharge of 10%. So surcharge will be added to the gross price, right? Yes, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, surcharge will be added to the gross price. So 10% of 400 rupees means 40 rupees. So 40 rupees will be added to the gross price. So how much it will be? Like 440 rupees per item. Okay, so now in your hand, and you have the price difference of vendor A, that is 360 rupees per item, vendor B 400 rupees per item, and vendor C 440 rupees per item. Now what we do, what you need to do, you need to do a mean of all these vendor. So how much you will get? 360 plus 400 plus 440 divided by 3, you will get 400 per item. Okay, based on the mean value or mean price, you will do a rank. Okay, you will do a rank. Am I clear, right? You are getting a mean value 400 rupees per item, and by with reference to the mean value, whatever price has been given by the vendor, I'll give a rank, or I'll give a percentage. So it will have 90%. So this vendor or B has 100% and vendor C has 110%. Okay, so based on that, I will give a rank to each vendor. So rank will be given in first rank will be given to vendor A, second rank will be given to vendor B, and third rank will be given to vendor C. So with this rank comparison, we can see that at which vendor is to be rejected and which vendor is to be selected. Hope it is clear. Yes. Am I clear with this?
So can you repeat this quotation 3 vendor C?
Okay. See. So a request for quotation is sent to 3 vendor. This part is clear.
Yes, sir.
We have prepared a
Yes, sir.
RFQ, and once we have created a RFQ, then we have sent that RFQ to 3 vendors, that is vendor A, B, and C. Okay. After we have sent the RFQ to 3 vendors, then all these vendor will send the quotation to your purchasing organization. Okay. So according to their quotation, we have draw out certain points that vendor A is giving a gross price of 400 rupees per item, and vendor A is also giving us discount of 40 rupees per item. Okay, and according to the
So
quotation
that
given
part is
by the
not.
what?
So my doubt is in vendor C.
Vendor C. Okay,
Yes,
in
sir.
vendor C, vendor C is giving a gross price of, again the same gross price almost was 400 rupees is per item, and in addition to that he has given an additional surcharge. Okay, so in addition to that he has given some as surcharges with respect to gross price. Okay, with respect to gross price, that is what I told you. in that table, so surcharge is, it is clearly written 10% surcharge will be applicable for the gross price. So 10% of 400 is how much? Yes.
So 40.
40 rupees. So 40 rupees
Yes,
surcharge, he is giving you extra surcharge with above the gross price. So that 40 rupees will be added to the gross price, right? So what
so
will
my
be your effective price?
doubt is,
Yeah.
so previously one freight charge is freight charge add होतला and पूର୍ବରୁ additional charge ଆଉ surcharge deduct होतला gross price ରୁ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଠି add ହେଲା, ସେଟା ହଉଛି ମୋ doubt.
Okay, okay. No. See, you forgot that part. That is actually for example I have shown you in that table, because it will be asked you which whether this will be in you are talking about this quotation, right? The previous table that I have explained you. That is
Yes,
just
sir.
for an example I have shown you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Just for an example I have shown that explain that table. This table we are talking about this table, right? I think yeah. You are talking about this table, right?
Yes, sir.
Just for
Surcharge
an,
question here.
just for an example, I have told you. Suppose if gross price is there and absolute discount is there and surcharge is there, whatever or it is mentioned, it will be mentioned. You need to calculate according to the steps which needs to follow, and where suppose here or from gross price you need to get the absolute discount, so you need to deduct the absolute discount. And here if it is surcharge percentage will be applied, suppose negative surcharge will be applied, so you need to deduct, and if positive surcharge will be given you, then you need to add the surcharge. Okay, that is what at just for an example I have shown you. We need to understand that for net value, freight charge freight percentage will be given, means for 20% freight charges. I mean 10% freight charges applied with respect to the net value. Then and freight percentage also you need to add. Okay, and cash discount you have to deduct from the net value. That is what just for an example I have shown you this table. Okay, but while calculations you can see, while we are doing these calculations, what is that? We are in the handling for quotation, right? Okay. So here what happens? Here they have the surcharge is applying 10% surcharge. So 10% surcharge is added to the gross price. So it will be the effective price will be, or whatever it is 440 rupees per item. So by seeing this price, you can get a mean price with respect to this vendor A, B, and C. Okay, once you are able to calculate the mean price, then with respect to this mean price, you can able to get this percentage, and based on this, you can give ranking to the different vendor. And once you got the ranking, then you can decide yourself, well, for which vendor you want to go and for which vendor you want to reject. Right. So this is the overall concept you need to understand. I hope I am clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about others? Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what we will see in the learning hub, how we are processing this RFQ in quotations. Okay. So let me go to the learning hub. Entering. Okay, so we'll see here. So can you answer this question? If you request quotation for material from multiple vendor, you must create a separate RFQ document in the system for each vendor. Yes?
True, sir.
Is it true or false?
True.
False, sir.
If it is false, then why it is false? And if it is true, why it is true? Try to understand the question. If you request quotation for material from multiple vendor, you are asking from multiple vendor. Okay, then you must create a separate RFQ document in the system for each vendor.
Sir, in the previous what we did
You have
in,
seen
we
one
can
single
use multiple
one.
vendors by changing them.
You have seen where
Yes,
we
sir.
can send the single RFQ to different vendor. Is it necessary
Yes, sir.
to prepare a request for quotation for different each individual vendor?
No,
Yes.
sir.
Then what will be the answer? Answer will be
False.
that is incorrect. Why it is incorrect? If you request quotation for material from several vendor, you must create separate request for quotation document in the system for each vendor. Okay, if you request for quotation for material from several vendor, this is you need to understand. If you request quotation for material from several vendor, if you try to see the language. If you request quotation for material from several vendor, okay, you are asking quotation from several vendor for material from several vendor. Okay, you must create request for quotation document in the system for each vendor. Okay, that is what at language wise, if you see, you are not sending the quotation, you are not sending the quotation here, you are asking the quotation from different vendor. Okay, and here it is not written that you are asking for a single material. It is asking here for you are asking for single material. Yeah, you can see your material.
Yes, sir.
For materials. Okay, not for material. You see the difference, language difference, and you'll fall short with the language difference.
The several vendors having several languages.
So that is what you need to understand. And for materials, you are asking to from different vendors. So obviously, if when there are various materials, obviously you need to prepare with a separate request for quotation for each vendor, right? Hopefully, you got to know now how this language will be, how much this language will be important. Okay, so like that, you can try it yourself. Another questions you can go for it. The vendor quotation resulting from an RFQ is displayed as an independent document in the SAP system. Whatever vendor quotations will be there. The vendor quotation resulting from RFQ is displayed as an independent document or is a dependent document. Yes?
Dependent document.
Yes?
Dependent document.
Dependent document. Let me see whether you are true or false. Okay, see, the vendor quotation resulting from an RFQ is not displayed as an independent document. it should be an dependent document. Although it is true that each vendor gets its own quotation or own quotation document number, all the vendor in the RFQ campaign are tracked by a collective number. Okay, so this is way very simple, minute things are there, or you need to practice. Okay, if we practice only,
Yes,
then
sir. The statement is false.
what? Yes.
Sir, statement is false. So answer is dependent.
Yeah, the vendor quotation resulting from RFQ is not displayed as an independent. So it is not displayed as an independent. Obviously, it is result. It is dependent on that particular SAP system. Okay. See, try to understand the language. That is how it will differ. If from with a single misunderstanding, you will choose the wrong option. Okay. Like that only, there are various questions are there, or you can practice those questions. Okay, like you can go for it. See, it's an easy one. When creating a purchase order, you can refer to another purchase order, purchasing requisition, request for quotation, or contract. Yes, true or false? Sudipta, are you there? Neha? Neha is silent from since very long. Neha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Neha, can you answer the simple question?
Sir, it is true.
Very good. So purchase order can be created by taking reference of all these documents. Okay. Okay, so now we'll see how to enter the incoming quotation. Okay, you have received the quotation for your RFQ. Maintain the quotation in the system according to requirement. First, you will enter quotation. First, we will enter each quotation individually, that is given by the vendor A, B, C, whatever it is. We will one by one will enter quotation. So, what is the transaction code? Transaction code will be ME47. Okay, so ME47, and we will type it here. I don't know what it is asking. Okay. ME47, we will type it here. Then the request for quotation, that is what you have already entered, or that request for quotation, and you need to enter here. That request for quotation, and whatever request for quotation you have entered, you need to enter the same request for quotation for comparing that or entering that quotation whatever you have received. Okay. The next step is to change the delivery date, current date, and click the delivery date. There is the delivery date. Click the delivery date. Click the delivery date. Okay, and see, you can write it here, delivery date, and you can choose accordingly. And suppose you have choose one delivery date, and okay, so click the item field to activate it. Obviously, you need to click the item field. Where is the item field? This one, item field, to activate it. Okay, once the item field will be activated, then click item condition. Where is the item condition? This is the item condition. Okay, so you can see the condition is there, So what is the gross price? Gross price is suppose 79, whatever gross price is whatever gross price is there, and 79 rupees is there the gross price. So RA01 is for what? I don't know RA01. You have to check it. RA01. I think it is not changing. Okay, so you will see RA01. RA01, and there must be some discount or something else like that. We need to enter that key. Enter percentage. Enter that key. Okay. Freight charges, that is FRB1. FRB1. We can go for it. FRB1. Enter freight charges is applied 100. Get freight charges. Okay, and the UR euro. Enter. Now all these details you have entered, then put it enter, and then exit. Go back. So click yes. Do you want to save the document? Yes. Click save. Okay. Now one request for quotation you have already saved. Like that only you will save another request for quotation. That is what you have given, right? So another vendor has issued a quotation on this request for quotation. So we have issued a different request for quotation to this vendor. So the delivery date will be, you need to check, and like that only you can go for the item and item details, as you can check it. Okay, one by one unactivate it, whatever item and item conditions. Now you put the item conditions as per that request for quotation. So different request for quotations we are preparing for different materials. Okay, for the I think the same material you are preparing the request for quotation. That is TM500B00. Okay, so you can apply some certain conditions here, or you can see and exit, and then again you will go for the save this data for the same quotation. Now again you need to give some quotation and enter the quotation for this request for quotation. It is a different request for quotation, and again you need to perform all these operations whatever you have activated. Okay, then after activation, after giving all these details, then now we will go for the price comparison. Okay, now we will go for the price comparison of all these quotations. Now how this price comparison list will look like? In the next step you will enter the recommended data on the selection screen. Okay, so collective number has been issued commonly, so we can give a collective number. It is GR00. GR00. Okay, select the mean value quotation. Obviously how the mean value will be given, like that only we need to select the mean value quotation. We need to have a mean value. Okay, select the mean value and include discount and include discount price calculator. Discount will be there, then execute is where you see the execute. Click execute. Okay, so now you can see here our the same for the same material, that is universal tube light or what tail light is there, or how many quotation you got the quotation from this vendor, and from that is vendor TK500 B00 and TK500 A00 and 1950. Okay, so whatever or value is there and price is there, and rank wise also it is given. So can you tell me which vendor we are going to select out of all these three vendor? Yes. Yes. Are you all there? Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Which vendor we
Yes,
will
sir.
going to select? Hmm? Which vendor we are going to select?
So B001.
Which one?
Sir, the first one.
That is TK500
B00.
B00, because that got the rank 1, and also it is
Yes, sir.
a very less price as compared to the other one. Okay, so like that only you can go for it. Okay, you can do the price comparison. I hope so. Now we can able to got it something how we are doing the price comparison, right? Am I correct? Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I hope you got to know how to do all this, how to do the request for quotation, and how to do the price comparison, and we'll go for the how to create the quotation. Yes, incoming quotation. Hope you got this lesson too. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you do practice with your live server, and let me see what are the difficulty you are facing. Okay. Yes, some exercise are there, and as well as solutions are there, so you can go for it. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why you uh, why you are sound very slow? Yes?
No, sir.
I mean, battery got down or what? Huh?
Little bit, sir.
Okay, okay. What about others? Are you all there?
Hungry.
Huh? Hungry, na?
Yes, sir.
See, I mean, doing all this class from 4 p.m.
Sir, you would be much here than me.
So that is what. I'm also feeling hungry. So no issue. So now I think the rest of the things we can discuss tomorrow also. So the lesson 3, lesson 4, 5, 6, 7, and we can discuss tomorrow, right? So again, so many calls I used to receive. So obviously we can stop here, and we will discuss tomorrow at the same time, right? You should all should come mm, by 5:30, right? So that at whatever problem you are facing, we can discuss, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
I hope all of your battery got down. So as soon as possible, you should stop, or else. I hope others are there, or you are having any problem. all should respond. If you will keeping silent, you would not able to know what are the problem you are facing, right? Okay. So anyhow, we should discuss tomorrow at the same time, and with the same enthusiasm, right? Learning things, right? Radha Khan?
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
practice. And Neha and Stifta, you also do practice with the what? RFQ and quotation. Price.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. And other should also respond. Then only I would able to know whether you are getting the things or not. Okay. Okay. So till then, okay then. Good night. Right.
Thank you, sir.
Good night. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Night, sir.
Thank you, sir.